Hey, we're on YouTube. I'm such a 5-year-old. Oh my goodness.
Really, your on the open mic night document was so funny because you had like the people's names and you were like waiting in all caps.
Oh my god.
Why does this take so long? And at the end you were like, yup, I'm a hypocrite.
Well, yeah. So I mean, that's the thing that like frustrates me about open mic. And it's the same one at St. Andrews, believe me. It's like we'll send everything out like a month in advance. Maybe not for these virtual ones, but we'll send everything out, like a month in advance. We'll have, the people on their game, like John Teddy will respond right away. Within like 5 minutes, I send the form out. They're good. But then you have the people that literally will come up to you like an hour before the event's supposed to start, being like, oh, by the way, I forgot to submit the form. Can I do this? This is what I'll need. Can you put, and it's like, where were you?
To be real, I did that when the only time I've performed at a real open mic night.
Oh no! Well, when you,
but I didn't need anything.
That was when you played bagpipes, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, that was cool. That was easy. But literally, yeah, there's been people that literally have needed like full rearranging of like the stage. There's people that literally we have to bring out instruments like the whatchamacallit, the like piano, but it's like keys that you hit with the little sticks.
Yeah, sure.
Xylophone, I don't know.
Marimba, something like that.
Something like that. But yeah, it's good fun.
Wait, this is so weird. Well, Rob, are you recording this too and streaming it live on YouTube? Because it says I'm the one recording it, but I'm not. I don't even have co-host status right now, so I don't know how I'm doing this.
I am going to start recording it.
Okay. Well, I've been recording from the beginning, apparently. If
that's Miss Reddy is a co-host because she shared her screen last week, so she's in. She's in on the inside.
She's in, and I'm not. Well, Rob,
you're in. You're
letting me down.
I'm out. What am I doing here? Special inner circle. I'll see you all soon.
No, you
the inner.
Okay. Billy, my one thought is that in between the transitions, like going from video, whatever, the ones that you have to read, you should just take a breath in between each one. You know what I mean? Yep. So that there's like a clear demarcation.
Yeah, sounds good.
Unlike when we're together, we're not necessarily in a rush.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we are together, I want you to like fire through them to get to class. But
Donna has a Core 18 announcement. I like that. That's
yeah.
That was Steph's idea. She wrote that.
Pretty good. Yeah, everything else looks the Rochambeau, is that how you say it?
Yes,
yeah, Rochambeau.
Rochambeau. You spelled it terribly the first time, though, Rob.
Wait till you see the video.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm gonna start letting people. I'm gonna open it up. Let's just get it going.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Are you gonna disable the waiting room now too?
I am gonna disable.
Okay. Make me a co-host so I can help you. I can't do anything right now.
Okay. How do I make you a co-host?
You go over to my name, you click more, and you click make co-host.
Okay. Go to your name. More. Okay, more. Make co-host. Bam.
Ah. Now I can do things again.
Okay.
Hey, yes, here we go.
Hi, Mr. Sanchez.
How you doing, Mr. Robinson?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Dr. Walsh with the casual look tonight.
My tuxedo is in the at the cleaners.
All right.
What do you think? Give it a little more or go with it?
I think we should go with it. Yeah, I think let's go with it, Billy. People
Sounds
would ride.
great. Sounds great. Okay. So unfortunately this week Steph cannot be with us. But she should be back next week. So yeah, without further ado, we'll start off with an appreciation from Marvy.
I just wanted to appreciate Piper and Mrs. Jackman for stopping by yesterday and saying hi. It was so nice to see someone from St. Andrews again.
Okay. Mr. Roach has an announcement. Okay, we'll come back to that here in a minute. The SNN has an announcement.
Okay, hello. This school meeting, I wanted to share with you 2 more news updates from this week, as well as an important announcement from the SNN. So, as you know, I tried to track down topics that didn't directly relate to coronavirus. So without further ado, here's 2 topics I found particularly interesting. So first off, at Washington State University, experts are calling giant wasps from Asia the murder hornets. They are the world's largest hornets with a sting that can go through beekeeper suits and even kill humans when stung multiple times. Beekeepers have reported that this past month, the hornets have left piles of dead bees from multiple bee farms in their path. This is especially devastating when considering the dwindling bee population worldwide. Officials have no idea how they got to this continent from Asia, but so far they have only been spotted in Washington State. Secondly, a 5.5 magnitude earthquake hit Puerto Rico yesterday. Luckily, there were no deaths, no damage to dams on the island, and no road damage. Unfortunately, some buildings in Ponce, Puerto Rico on the southern coast were damaged, as well as a power plant, so it's unclear how many residents lost power. So those are the 2 short stories that I chose for this week, but I also wanted to introduce a new side of the SNN that we are excited to finally introduce. Danny Huang came to me a while back and shared with me a vision to create an editorial section of the SNN website. While the SNN has been sharing news with the school community for the greater part of this past year, we think it will add a lot to hear the community members' perspectives and opinions on current events. Of course, the main goal of the SNN will continue to be sharing current events, but if anyone is interested in writing an editorial on any prevalent topic, please reach out to Danny. As an example, Danny wrote an article on what he believes is the key to success. So be on the lookout for an email following this school meeting. Thank you.
Mr. Roach has an announcement.
So it's great to see everybody. I hope everyone is well. And I wanted to say a few words tonight about a special chapel that we're going to have on Wednesday night. Last week, I spoke briefly about Marta Iluka, who came to us for Sunday chapel, and she gave such a beautiful talk. And one of the things that she said, which stayed with me for the whole week, was this was her second visit to St. Andrews. And she said that because she had been at St. Andrews during the previous year, she was able to envision all of you as she spoke. She could feel the vitality and the warmth and the humanity of the school, and she could especially feel the love and support that students always give to our students. So on Wednesday, it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to have this amazing, courageous speaker who's coming to St. Andrews, thanks to Sarah Belk, who's a member of our Board of Trustees, who heard her speak in Charlotte, North Carolina. And her name is Nadine Neatega. and she is a survivor of the Rwandan genocide. And one of the things that I wanted you all to think about as students is how we can best communicate the love and the gratitude that we're going to feel for her on Wednesday when she speaks to us, because she's never been to St. Andrews. I had a great opportunity to talk to her in February about her visit in April, and obviously everything changed. So thanks to Mr. Hutchinson, Nadine has agreed to come speak to us. And I just hope all of you will figure out a way, maybe before she speaks or after she speaks, to let her know how much support and love St. Andrews has for her. Over the course of the next 3 days, we're going to give you more information about what actually happened in Rwanda. It was a 3-month genocide where nearly 1 million people were killed and massacred. And at the time of the genocide, Nadine was 3 years old, and she's going to say something about that moment when she's in this video. And one of the saddest parts about genocide is that despite everything that we as humanity say that we will never allow genocides to happen again, we seem to have repeated the past over and over and over again. So certainly members of the West and the United States watched without doing anything as this genocide was taking place 26 years ago. So here is Nadine, and I look forward to seeing all of you on Wednesday in chapel, and let's figure out a great way to express our love and gratitude for her sharing an hour with us on Wednesday night.
I can say this is all my family's room. This is where my mother sleeps. I sleep here. My elder sister sleeps here. And my young brother sleeps there. And when it rains, it can come up. You can see some holes there. Yeah, so it's not easy when it's a rain season, but that's life. But I hope I will change it. This is our kitchen. This is where we can cook for 5 people here. It's very small kitchen. But there are some families who live here. These very small houses. This is the bathroom.
For everyone?
For everyone. I was alive during genocide. It was a very difficult time at the time. And I was in the part of the person that they were killing. They were learning after. One time, we was in a church, in a Catholic church there in town, where they call Holy Family Church. And yeah, the people who was killing, they throw a bomb where we were in that church. My mother and my sister were outside, but me, I was inside there. My mother was very scared. She said that now it's finished. My daughter is dying. I know. But and after they threw that bomb inside the church, many people broke their hand and other people died. Then my mother said, "They will go to see maybe the body of my daughter. I know that she's not alive. Maybe she's dying because I was inside there." Then, by chance, anything didn't touch me. I was hiding in the corner Then someone was passing and she hears a little girl who was crying in the corner because I was very scared to see it. Then she took me outside. Then I met my mother there. And then the genocide ends. I got saved. We survived. Yeah. My mother and my sister. Anyone wasn't killed. Yeah.
The walk for water is long and tedious. The water is dirty and must be purified before drinking. Despite these difficult living situations, Nadine is grateful. With a loving and proud mother and encouragement from 3 admiring siblings, Nadine is happy. Indeed, not only her family, but an entire village looks up to Nadine for going to college. Life is difficult, but Nadine has hope. Nadine has Akila.
When I'm at Akila, I believe that my future is best. My future is more than this. I don't believe to stay here when I'm at Akila because I always think and believe to change my future. My life to me looks like very difficult for me. I can say it will change after Akila because I'm getting knowledge from there. I'm getting skills. I'm being trained. So, and I think I'm very sure that after Akila I will get a good job. So I can really change my life. Yeah.
Akila was founded to empower the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs in Rwanda. Akila offers a 2.5-year business diploma with majors in hospitality management or entrepreneurship, and is currently developing a major in information technology. Akila provides opportunities for women who would otherwise have none. In fact, 97% of Akila students are the first in their family to attend higher education. They come from rural communities around the country. Many live off subsistence agriculture. Akila provides a nurturing environment of creativity and innovation. Women are given a place to learn, grow, and dream. The Akila vision is to develop a network of campuses across East Africa over the next 10 years. By taking this model of economic empowerment to more young women, Akila will ensure that they have the tools to build their communities. Akila was designed as an affordable model of higher education for young women who want to move into professional careers. Women who want to end the vicious cycle of poverty and know education is the way. Akila does this by building a bridge between students and the jobs available. By working with the private sector to develop curriculum, Akila ensures that students receive the necessary skills and confidence to move directly into the workforce.
Akila means many things to us because Akila gave us many opportunities. When we graduate from Akila, we are professionals, and I can say we are different from other students from any college or any institute from here. All Akila students are very responsible to give what we learned in Akila. We have to give it back. We bought rice and sugar, soaps, and Colgate.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I feel so excited to help those people because it's like giving back what they taught me at school.
Nadine regularly volunteers at a local orphanage, bringing the children food and soap. As part of Akila's social change project, all Aquila students give back to their local communities.
Saying that they are thanking us very much for that heart of love we have, and they're saying that when they see people across them, approaching them, they don't feel alone. They feel like some people love them.
In their leadership class, the students identify a problem and then work in groups to develop a solution. Aquila students are viewed as leaders and role models in their communities. The responsibility of giving back is a core aspect of the Aquila culture. Only 18 years after the genocide, Rwanda has become a model of reconciliation and economic development for all of Africa. Today, Rwanda is developing and becoming a hub for business and investment. Rwandans are proud of their achievements and committed to serving as an example for other post-conflict countries around the world. The courage and resiliency found among the Rwandan people is immeasurable. There is perhaps no greater example of this spirit than the students of Aquila. With dreams matched by their potential, their stories will be profound. The students of Aquila will make a difference in the lives of their families and communities. Their impact is certain. Aquila students will shape the future of their nation. On August 17th, the Aquila Institute, the only women's college in the country, did the impossible. The first class of students graduated with 100% job placement. The First Lady of Rwanda attended the ceremony to celebrate the milestone. The graduates have launched their professional careers, making it possible to lift their families and their communities from poverty.
Yeah. When I saw the First Lady in the graduation, I felt very excited because it shows that the government is supporting us. I'm very proud of my sisters, seeing them graduating. I see also my school is stepping another step. I feel that it can happen to me too next year. Yeah.
How it feels to be at Aquila now?
After accepting to come to Aquila, after being accepted to come to Aquila, now I'm feeling confident, intelligent. I discovered that I am, and I'm feeling that I can change my future. I'm feeling that I have the ability to do that because I'm feeling so excited because I know that after Aquila I will get a good job. I can help my family. Yeah, me too.
Come to chapel this Wednesday to welcome Nadine and hear more about her story and the important work of Aquila. The Andrian submission portal is open now and will close on Wednesday. We encourage absolutely anybody to submit their creative writing pieces. Love, Sierra and Riley. Donna has a Core 18 announcement.
Share my screen.
That's in the top, your name break. Hey! How's he take you out? It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. Let go, let go. Bottoms up, bottoms up. Bottoms up, bottoms up, bottoms up. Throw your hands up. Tell security we about to tear this club up. Bottoms up, pockets full of green. Girl, you know I love the way you shake it in them jeans. Bottoms up, bottoms up. Throw your hands up. Bottoms up, bottoms up, bottoms up. You know what it is, girl, we back up in this thing. Money stay in my pocket, girl, I'm like a walking bank. Tell me what you drink, tell me what you... Shut up, chicken.
Humans of SAS has an announcement.
Now, a lot of people make so on Snapchat, there's this thing called an emoji, which is basically just like a little animated version of yourself. Now, a lot of people make the Bitmoji just for fun and make it look nothing how they look like. But when I made it in middle school, I made it with the true intention of reflecting what I perceived myself to look like or what I wanted myself to look like. American household, and usually being darker than my friends or not looking like my Asian friends or not seeing many people in the media who looked like me caused me to be ashamed of my Asian heritage and my tan skin. And so I made the Bitmoji look white. A few years later, my friend asked me why the figure looked the way it did. Within those years, I'd become friends with more people of color and Asians who took pride in their heritage, no matter the shade of their skin. After reflecting on this for a while, I finally decided to change the emoji skin color. And it was in this very, very small way that I was actually starting to accept that Asian part of myself. This made me realize the power of acknowledging the diversity within the Asian community and having allies who are there to support and encourage you to take pride in your identity and heritage.
Asian Heritage Month has an announcement.
ANC, we were witnesses to the defining moment.
Hi, everyone. May marks the beginning of the Asian and Pacific American Heritage Month. This is a time to celebrate Asian culture, tradition, and community. So although we can't all be together, the Asian affinity groups want to take this opportunity to share a bit of our culture with the St. Andrews community. The South Asian Affinity Group, East Asian Affinity Group, and Southeast Asian Affinity Groups have been working really, really hard to come together and find creative ways to share and showcase who we are. So throughout the month, we'll be sharing different aspects of our identity. Right now, you'll see a video of students speaking on their Asian heritage, and later you'll see a taste of home video. A big, big thank you to Sonal for helping to make this possible. We hope you enjoy and learn something new. Thanks.
Sorry, everyone. God.
Namaskar and Kimchi.
Xin chào. 안녕.
Aibon.
I'm happy.
Namaskar and Kimchi.
Xin chào. 안녕.
Aibon.
I'm half Caucasian and half Indian. And something that I love about being half Asian is that I get to feel more connected to and explore more about a culture that I didn't grow up with and that I'm not surrounded with.
I'm half white and half Indian. My favorite thing about being Asian is that I get to mix my favorite parts of both cultures into one.
I'm South Korean, and the thing that I love most about being Asian is that there's so much heritage and culture for me to discover. Whether it is my favorite Korean food, such as vegetable pancakes or pork strips, I can embrace my culture and at the same time enjoy the benefits of my American side via bilingual.
I'm half Indian and half white. Being Indian gives me a really important connection to my grandparents and also shares with me an amazing culture from my dad's side of the family in Calcutta.
Being South Asian means having an extended family all over the world.
What I love most about being Korean is the Korean cuisine. I'm Chinese American, and I would say that what I love most about being Asian is being able to be part of two cultures at once that are so wholly different, and like the challenge of like resolving those two has led to really interesting experiences, as well as being in a unique situation where I can enjoy the best of both worlds.
I'm Indian. What I love about being South Asian is the amazing community that it provides.
What I like about being an Indian is eating with my hands. What I like about being Indian is Mama and Tata.
I am Chinese, and my favorite part about being Asian is getting to know ancient Chinese history, literature, and cultural traditions that have been passed on for thousands of years and still play a key role in me and my family's daily life. I feel a sense of pride knowing that I'm part of this long, brilliant history.
I'm 100% Indian, and I love the Indian traditions and customs and the flavorful food.
I'm Southeast Asian. My mom was born and raised in Nairobi, Kenya, and my dad was born and raised in Surat, Gujarat. What I love most about being Asian is its extensiveness. Being Asian includes so much. There are so many traditions, cuisines, cultures, you name it. Identifying as being Asian just isn't set as one thing. You know, being Asian could include different arts, different cultures, traditions, you name it. And I think that's what I like most about being Asian. You can't be defined as one thing. Being Asian includes so much more than, yeah.
Hi, I'm Christine. I'm Chinese, and what I love most about being Asian is the food, of course, and it's something that I can fall back on, even in hard times like this. So I've been cooking a lot or trying a lot of recipes that I haven't had the time to try during this time of uncertainty and of staying at home, and I've been able to connect with my family and my culture, even though I'm like physically away from them. So yeah.
I'm half Indian, half Pakistani, and I love being Asian. I love the food. I love South Asian outfits. I love the art, dance, music, Bollywood. I love going to the mandir or the mosque. I love the culture. Being South Asian and two different kinds of Asian has given me a diversity of thought and a global perspective.
I am a Chinese student who lives in Shanghai if I'm not studying in the US. And there's two things that I love the most about my country. The first of all is the food here is just amazing. And besides that, there's always this energy that's around me when I'm here. And I found out that as I grow up, I can never take this energy elsewhere. This energy is around me as soon as I step off from the plane when I'm coming back from break. And this is the energy that I love so much since I was a kid. This is the energy that's been keeping me being myself, being strong, and being dependent.
I'm 100% Pakistani American. What it means to be Asian is to share and help other people learn our cultural values so that we can spread kindness and always help each other at the end of the day, and really bringing the community together as a whole so people can understand where we're from and our values.
And I'm Chinese. As an Asian, I love my pitch black hair and always the Chinese traditional food my family makes for me every holiday.
I'm from Taiwan. I came to the States 30 years ago. What I love about being an Asian is that I have a very strong family connections and support. I'm influenced by the Asian philosophy. It gives me different perspective in life.
I'm Korean and I love being Korean because of the Chong, or the warmth that we feel in our community.
I'm Korean, and something I love about being Asian is the food. Growing up, I would eat my grandmother's Korean food pretty much every dinner, and I absolutely loved it then, and I still do to this day. I think it really connected me to the culture of Korea, even though I wasn't living there, and I thought that was really cool.
I am full Filipino, and a couple of things that I love about being Asian is the value of family, and also having all these traditions that we pass down from generation to generation, like our food and our language and other very important parts of our culture.
I love so many things about being Indian. I think that one of the major aspects of my culture that I really appreciate is the connectedness we feel as a community. Even in our language, and the language I speak is Telugu, it's ingrained in it. When we see people at the store or at a market, we call strangers, people who are running the different stalls or running the different stores, we call them sister or brother or uncle or auntie. And so in our language itself, we feel that connectedness, that community, that sense of family. And I feel it here in America too, that sense that if there's another Indian in the room, we feel an immediate connection, sense of family. That's what I love about my culture.
Being Asian means to cherish the ties with families, friends, neighbors, people in my community. And I love being Asian because of the rich history having taken place on this amazing land and how people pick themselves back up after experiencing
I'm Indian. Being Asian to me means being a part of a community that has a rich culture and history. One thing I love about being Asian or Indian is the food that comes along with it.
The Rochambeau tournament has an announcement.
I'm going to do this. First time.
From the mind that brought you, throwing food up to impossibly high heights and then catching it in your mouth. And the spelling bee comes the next big smash hit of the spring. Rochambeau. It's the tournament of the pandemic, and luck has absolutely nothing to do with it. Hopes will be dashed, and a victor will be crowned. Do you have what it takes?
Mr. Daly, do you want to talk a little bit about the tournament? Or is that, am I responsible? Am I responsible for talking about the tournament? Hopefully, I don't know if Mr. Daly is here. All right, so this week, we're gonna be sending an email out to all the RLs and dorm parents with the intention of finding out who is the best rocks, paper, scissors champion in the school. You are going to be competing first, as we did with the spelling bee, first with your dorms, and then we will have a live competition with all of the dorm finalists. So look out for an email about that. If you have any questions about rocks, paper, scissors and how it is played, it's a very easy Google search. Let the competition begin.
Dr. Walsh has a Lyceum announcement.
I don't know how I'm going to follow that, right? Is it rock, paper, scissors? I'll figure it out. I'll get offline. Anyway, this Thursday, there's a great opportunity to participate in a Lyceum event. Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, the Theater of War production company, which I think is based in New York City, is doing a dramatic reading of Sophocles' Oedipus the King, which is, in many people's minds, the quintessential Greek tragedy. And I won't spoil what's going to happen, but it's a play about leadership gone badly. It's a play about the power of fate. And it's a play that was originally produced in a time of plague, in a time of disease that ravaged the city of Athens and killed roughly 1/3 of its population. So there are a lot of hot button and interesting issues that are happening around this play. So after this meeting tonight, or maybe even tomorrow, I'll send out an email that has all those details. You can also find that information on the Lyceum document that Ms. Pressman has been curating. And then following that, so that's Thursday at 7 p.m., the following week on Tuesday, we're going to gather as a St. Andrews community and talk about the myth of Oedipus, talk about the play for those of you who have the chance to see it, and just generally talk about classical mythology and why it matters and why it still sits with us. So anyway, thanks very much. Have a great night, and I'll get back to you about rock, paper, scissors.
The Foundation of National Medical Relief of Children has an announcement.
Hi. So during the month of May, I'm doing a partnership with this jewelry company called Go Rings to help fundraise for the Foundation of International Medical Relief of Children. This foundation has medical clinics and different projects in poorer areas of the world to help provide medical care for those in need. And especially with everything going on right now, they really need help with funding. So I will send a link after school meeting with the website. So it would mean a lot if you could buy some jewelry and help support this cause. Thank you.
Juniors, please check your email and fill out the form from Ashley by tonight. Thank you. Mr. Gilhaney has an announcement.
Hi, friends. So today, Todd May, a philosopher and advisor to the TV show The Good Place, spoke with the New York Times about what human responses to the pandemic say about human morality. It was a great discussion, and you'll be able to hear it at a link that I'll share. But whether or not you've heard it, I'd love it if you would join me Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for a discussion about the amazing actions that are being taken worldwide and how they reveal that human beings are really willing to make sacrifices for others. We seem to have agreed broadly as a world to give up some of our personal pleasure and freedom for the good of our communities. And that's Professor May spoke about that, and I look forward to talking about that with you Tuesday night. Thanks.
In honor of Asian Heritage Month, Tastes of Home has an announcement.
Hi guys, so today I'll be showing you how to make mango lassi. Lassi is a traditional, popular yogurt-based dish, and there are 500 different varieties of mangoes. We tend to use fresh Alfonso or Queso mangoes. Here in the US, we get Filipino and Mexican mangoes. So to still use the Queso or Alfonso, you can use mango pulp, which you can get in any Indian or South Asian grocery store. So everything's in a 1-to-1 ratio. We have 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of mango pulp. Now you can use almond milk to make it vegan, normal milk, or yogurt. So here's the 1 cup of milk. And then we have 1 cup of pulp. And then generally you add some ice, thicken it up, make it more liquid. And here I'm adding 1 tablespoon of sugar. You can sweeten it to your liking. Generally, people keep it in the 1-to-1 ratio. You can make it more sweet, less sweet, or no sugar at all. And totally optional, but to garnish, you can use some lychee or cardamom seeds. Just gives a nice flavor on top. And here's your mango lassi. You should definitely try making it at home.
Blake, Emily, Katie, and Wade announcement.
Okay. So we're gonna I think we're gonna announce the new heads of the honor committee and the discipline committee. So the elected head for next year for the boys is JT Meyer.
And the elected head for the girls is Helia Salati. So congrats, you guys. You're going to be great next year.
Yeah, so Blake and I just wanted to thank everyone who ran and gave a speech for the discipline committee. We know that doing so takes a lot of courage and bravery.
And we are so confident that the next co-heads will be amazing role models and leaders of discipline for St. Andrews next year. So we would like to congratulate Alex Austin,
Ania Cross,
Senior Stories has an announcement.
Definitely more so probably poetry is the biggest one. Before coming here, it was one of the things I was like scared to show everybody. I was like, oh, I don't write. Like I remember one time in 8th grade I wrote, but that was about it. And I was just like, I'm a basketball player, I'm a basketball player, I'm a basketball player. But being able to come to St. Andrew and seeing people be a physicist and a swimmer and this and that and this and that. So I was like, I can do all that too. And it made me really realize like poetry was a love of mine because I kind of hid it because I didn't want to be seen as like less masculine. So like they say like masculinity is a fish, like a slippery fish that always falls out somebody's hand. But like I really do believe that. Like it's very hard for me earlier in life and most men to say I can do something that's not as masculine or subjectively masculine and still feel the same way. Now I'm more than happy to do a poem and say like, yeah, I did that. And it's, a creative outlet for me. And I've grown from being somebody who would never do it to somebody who on the spot would do it.
I think the people here also shaped me and just the culture in general. Like this is a very like, everyone helps each other and it's like, it's expected that you come for help. That's not something that I've seen before. And like at none of my schools have we talked so much about work. Like you bond over your classes, you bond over your homework. And that is such a strange concept to me because I've never had that before. Like you talk to so many new people because they're like, so like, what are you doing for this like essay? Or what are you doing like for this test? And you're like, oh, I'm doing this. What are you doing? And then if you have a question and you're confused, you like come to people in your class that you might have never talked to and been like, so help me now. And they're like, okay, of course. And I think that is something that like asking for help, I still struggle with it. I still do, but it's definitely like
changed now that I'm here. I've come to learn a lot about myself, like so much more. And like before, I was kind of just like living my life. Then I got here, and it's completely different from home. I was like, I didn't know anyone, and I was like, you know what, I need to figure out who I am so that I can like stay true to myself when being so far away from home. And so like a lot of that was just from going to counseling. I think was super like important for me in order to like get through things here and also just like come to understand myself. And like it's just made me kind of be more aware of myself and like what I'm doing, what I want, and like who I want to be. So I think that's how it's that's the most significant way it's impacted me.
Don't forget, we have a service of complaints starting now. Look for an email from Hutch and opt in. We miss you, Steph. Have a great week, everyone. We love and miss you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a great week. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Good work, Will Rob.
thank you, Asian Affinity Group.
Will and Piper, thank you so much.
Shambo.
Consul's in. When does faculty get a team, or what's the deal?
We are definitely, faculty are definitely going to have a winner among the faculty.
Okay.
And
It won't be you, Will Rob.
It won't be me. I guarantee it won't be me.
Well, since Will Rob makes it rocks plural, rocks, paper, scissors.
Bye, y'all.
Oh, my laugh of the week. I needed it. See y'all. Thank you, Piper. Thank you.
Okay. Isn't Chapel in the same room?
I don't
That's
think
what Hutch's
so.
email seemed to
We
suggest.
talked about that, but then I think it got moved. Or I don't think it got moved.
Oh,
I just think
okay.
it got moved in. So
Okay.
all right. See you all.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye bye.